a match that I assume had a bit more of that spot calling choreography was the last Ride match you had with Undertaker. And that must have been so cool sharing the grand stage with him after earning his respect, slowly over time. What was that like? Any specific memories from that one?
The last ride
Last,
specifically.
yeah.
So we had we were standing. This was during the day, and I think Michael Hayes was our producer, and it was me, Taker, and Michael standing by that entryway because there was like this big scaffolding that connected over the walkway where you came out. And Michael was like, "Do you think you could take a choke slam off there?" Or like we're figuring out like what bump I can take that's going to be impressive. And I remember Vince came by and Michael just said, "What do you think about a choke slam off there?" And Vince just stopped for a second. He looked up there and he goes, "It would be far more impressive if Taker went off there." And then remember, like he just looked at him like, "You motherfucker." And Vince goes, "You you want me to go up there? I'll jump off there." And, no, I'm good. And then we came up with, I ended up throwing Taker off that thing. Now, fast forward to the match while we're doing it. I remember throwing him off the edge, and there was like two mattresses stacked up, like these two big crash pads, right? And they were hidden behind some barricades, so the fans couldn't see it. And I remember looking over at him. They wanted to get that camera shot, and I heard Vince, "God damn it, take a different angle." Because if you watch the tape back, they zoomed in. The crane cam came up and showed Taker basically laying on these mattresses, like, and for a really, really long time too. It was brutal.
No, that's what you don't want.
Yeah, but I could hear Vince like, "God, what are you doing? Take a different shot."
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that was a ton of fun. Tons of fun. All those matches, my first match experience I had with Taker, or my first pay-per-view match, um, I don't think it had a stipulation. I think the first one was just a one-on-one. The second one was the first blood match, and then the last ride match. That first one, again, I'm just listening to him, and he's down on his knees, and he goes, "Give me a pile driver," and I was like, uh. So I'm thinking like, oh, he's gonna backdraw me out of it, right? Like I'm gonna start pull him in, and I'm standing there, and I'm waiting for him to like backdrop me. And he goes, "God damn it, give it to me!" And I went, "Oh, oh," and like he's a heavy dude, he's 270 pounds. So I fucking pinched his head so tight between my legs and made sure like that I held him up with, as much as I could with my arms. I gave him the pile driver. I come to the back after the match, walk through the curtain, and Vince goes, "Come here." And I walked over to him and he goes, "Listen," he goes, "I know where that came from. I know Taker told you to do that. Don't ever do that again." Like, okay. So he's like, and Vince even said right there, he's trying to get you over. He's going out of his way to make sure that you get over. Nobody's allowed to do that. I allow two people to do pile drivers in this company, and you're not one of them. He was like super cool about it, and he wasn't an asshole about it, but that was interesting.
Rewind, recap, relive. Woo! That's what the world is watching.